Music and Art 7, Lesson 3. Contemporary and Emerging Southeast Asian Dance Styles. Learning Competency. After this lesson, you must be able to discuss how representative contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries influence their cultural identity and diversity. Distinguish subjects, themes, concepts, mediums, processes, techniques, and/or practices applied in the contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries. Produce creative works about contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries using relevant concepts, processes, techniques, and/or practices. Learning Competency. After this lesson, you must be able to discuss how representative contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries influence their cultural identity and diversity. Distinguish subjects, themes, concepts, mediums, processes, techniques, and/or practices applied in the contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries. Produce creative works about contemporary and emerging dance styles of the Philippines and selected Southeast Asian countries using relevant concepts, processes, techniques, and/or practices. Motivational activity. Move like Laban. Instructions. Show a short video clip of Southeast Asian dances, example. Traditional and contemporary. Ask students to observe and identify the different elements of movement, directions, speed, effort. Conduct a short dance game where students move based on the teacher's instructions using Laban's 8 efforts, example, glide, slash, punch, float, etc. This will give them a feel for how movements express different meanings. Dance as an art form. Dance can be referred to as an art since it involves voluntary, purposeful movement of the body in order to express emotions, tell some story, or portray ideas by means of a rhythmic or free flow of movements. It is aesthetic in quality and also possesses rhythm and space, time, force relationships. Dance blends technical execution with artistic expression, thereby allowing people to communicate and share with others on emotional and cultural levels. Elements of dance. 1. Body. This refers to the respective parts of the body that are involved in movement and their relation to each other. Key aspects. Body parts: head, arms, torso, legs, feet. Shape of the body: the various shapes the body comes in, such as straight, curved, or angular. Body movements: this refers to movements made through flexing, stretching, twisting, and lifting. Importance: through the ability to become aware of the body element, dancers acquire the ability to try using different body parts in order to create movements and shapes into a general form or style. 2. Action. Relates to the area in which movement occurs and to the arrangement of movement within that area. Key aspects. Movements includes actions such as walking, running, jumping, turning, and gesturing. Movements dynamics: how actions are executed, whether they are smooth or jerky, sustained or abrupt. Importance: action is fundamental in choreography and performance, as it defines what the dancer is doing and how movements are executed. 3. Space. Relates to the area in which movement occurs and to the arrangement of movement within that area. Key aspects. Direction: the way or ways something moves to show forwards, backwards, upwards, or downwards. Level: the height at which the movement is executed, such as high, medium, or low. Pathway: the direction or path a movement takes. Examples include straight, circular, or zigzag. Importance: space helps in defining the spatial relationships between dancers and within the dance, creating patterns and formations that are visually engaging. 4. Time. The time and rhythm of a movement. Key aspects. Tempo: the speed of movement from fast to slow. Duration, the length of time a movement or sequence is held. Rhythm, the pattern of beating and emphasis in movement. Importance, time influences tempo and flow of the dance. It, therefore, depicts the perceived nature of the movements and their interaction with musical or rhythmic elements. 5. Energy, force. Definition, describes the quality and intensity of movement. Key aspects. Weight, the heaviness or lightness of movement. Force, the power with which the movements are executed. Flow, whether free and flowing in movement or bound and controlled. Importance, energy determines the expressive quality of the dance, allowing dancers to convey different emotions and dynamics through their movements. With this knowledge of the elements and how they might be manipulated, dancers and choreographers can create a wide range of movement expressions, enriching the performance and enhancing the overall artistic experience. Laban Movement Analysis or LMA. The Laban Movement Analysis, LMA, developed by Rudolf Laban, is a method for understanding, describing, visualizing, and interpreting movement. In the context of contemporary and emerging Southeast Asian dance styles, applying Laban's 8 efforts provides a valuable framework for analyzing and creating expressive dance. Laban are classified based on 4 components. Direction, either direct or indirect. Speed, either quick or sustained. Weight, either strong or light. Flow, either bound or free. The 8 efforts, Laban movement. 1. Press. Strong and direct movements that convey intensity and power. Press movements involve a significant force and a clear, purposeful direction, often used to express assertiveness or determination. Application. In contemporary Southeast Asian dance styles such as hip-hop fusion or modern traditional dances, press movements can be used to convey strength and assertiveness. For example, a dancer might use powerful, direct movements to emphasize the impact of a dramatic moment or to showcase a commanding presence in a performance. Example, in a contemporary Thai dance performance, press movements might be used to express the forceful gestures of a mythological hero, reflecting the intensity of the character's actions. 2. Flick. Quick, sharp, and light actions that introduce sudden changes. Flick movements are characterized by their abruptness and precision, adding a sense of sharpness and agility to the dance. Application. Flick movements add sharpness and agility, which can be especially effective in fast-paced, energetic dance styles. In emerging dance forms like urban traditional dance, flicks can introduce quick, precise actions that create dynamic contrasts and highlight the dancer's technical skills. Example, a fusion dance blending traditional Balinese movements with modern street dance might use flicks to accentuate rapid, crisp transitions between styles. 3. Ring. Controlled, sustained motions that show tension and effort. Ring movements involve twisting or contorting actions, often used to express struggle or resistance. Application. Ring movements, characterized by their controlled and sustained quality, can be used to express tension or struggle. In contemporary performances that explore themes of conflict or emotional depth, ring movements can add a layer of complexity and introspection. Example, in a contemporary dance piece exploring personal or social issues, ring movements might be used to symbolize the internal struggle or resistance experienced by the dancer. 4. Glide. Smooth, continuous movements that express fluidity and ease. Glide movements are characterized by their effortless and flowing quality, creating a sense of grace and smoothness. Application. Glide movements are smooth and flowing, ideal for conveying grace and fluidity. In styles like modern ballet with traditional influences, glides can enhance the elegance and continuity of the choreography, creating seamless transitions between movements. Example, a contemporary ballet performance integrating traditional Filipino dance might use glides to emphasize the flowing elegance of traditional costumes and movements. 5. Float. Light and effortless motions that create a sense of lightness and ease. Float movements are gentle and relaxed, often used to convey serenity or softness. Application: movements are perfect for creating a sense of ease and serenity. In dance styles that focus on grace and tranquility, float can help convey a peaceful or ethereal quality. Example: in a modern adaptation of classical Cambodian dance, float movements could be used to reflect the serene beauty and delicate nature of traditional gestures. 6. Dab. Quick, short actions that introduce sudden, brief movements. Dab movements are quick and concise, adding emphasis and surprise to the dance. Application: dab movements, being quick and sudden, can introduce moments of surprise or emphasis. In contemporary and emerging styles, dabs can be used to punctuate important moments or add dramatic flair to the performance. Example: in a contemporary dance performance combining traditional Javanese dance with modern influences, dabs might be used to create sharp, impactful accents that highlight key points in the choreography. 7. Punch. Abrupt, sudden movements, forceful, emphasizing impact and strength. Punch movements in general represent sudden releases of energy. A person wants to show forcefulness or even excitement. Application: in high-energy dance styles like hip-hop fusion, punch movements can add intensity and highlight the power of the performance. Example: in a fusion dance that incorporates elements of traditional Indonesian martial arts, punch movements might be used to simulate combat or assertiveness, enhancing the overall energy of the piece. 8. Slash. Sharp and decisive actions that cut through space. Slash movements are characterized by their boldness and directness, creating a strong visual impact. Application: slash movements involve sharp, decisive actions that cut through space. In contemporary styles that incorporate dramatic or bold elements, slashes can create striking visual effects and emphasize dynamic changes. Example: a contemporary piece blending Thai classical dance with modern theatrical elements might use slash movements to create dramatic, eye-catching effects that accentuate the storytelling aspect of the performance. General themes in application. Traditional dances often focus on sustained efforts like press and glide, highlighting balance, control, and reverence. These styles connect to cultural rituals, court traditions, and mythological storytelling. Contemporary dances use a wider range of efforts like ring, slash, and flick to express modern themes, personal emotions, and the fusion of old and new. These styles engage with socio-political issues, identity, and cultural change. Folk dances incorporate efforts like punch, dab, and glide, focusing on community celebration, agility, and rhythm, often representing agricultural or everyday life. Application of Laban's 8 efforts to the contemporary and emerging dance styles in Southeast Asia will allow to extend the possibilities for choreographers to write and create a wide range of feelings and stories, thus creating spectacular visual and emotionally touching performances. In regard to dance forms from Southeast Asia, it will only enhance practice, as will be the connecting link between traditional and modern aspects of the dance forms of that region. Reflection questions. How does using Laban movement analysis change the way you understand dance movements? In what ways do contemporary Southeast Asian dance styles reflect cultural identity? Which Laban effort do you feel most comfortable expressing and why? Assessment. Instruction: choose the correct answer for each question. 10 items. 1. What is dance? A. A form of visual art. B. A form of movement art that expresses emotions. C. A form of writing. D. A form of music. 2. Which is not an element of dance? A. Body. B. Space. C. Rhythm. D. Speed. 3. Laban movement analysis focuses on which of the following? A. Costume design. B. Describing and understanding movement. C. Musical composition. D. Set design. 4. What are the 8 efforts in Laban's movement? A. Glide, punch, float, dab, flick, press, ring, slash. B. Jump, run, skip, leap, glide, punch, pull, push. C. Slow, fast, medium, sharp, smooth, light, heavy, soft. D. All of the above. 5. What is a key characteristic of contemporary Southeast Asian dance styles? A. They all use hip-hop music. B. They fuse traditional and modern elements. C. They are purely traditional. D. They do not reflect cultural identity. 6. Laban's element that describes movement's direction is A. Weight. B. Speed. C. Space. D. Time. 7. In Laban's effort, slash is described as A. Light and direct. B. Strong and direct. C. Strong and flexible. D. Light and flexible. 8. Which Southeast Asian dance is known for its cultural storytelling? A. Ballet. B. Hip-hop. C. Traditional Thai dance. D. Street dance. 9. Which effort best describes a movement that is bound and sustained? A. Dab. B. Flick. C. Ring. D. Punch. 10. The use of Laban movement helps dancers to A. Ignore cultural meaning. B. Add rhythm to their steps. C. Describe movement and its meaning. D. Wear costumes. Performance task. Expressing culture through movement. Task overview. In groups, create a 1-minute dance piece that combines Southeast Asian dance styles and Laban movement analysis, directions, speed, and the 8 efforts. Rubrics for performance task. Creativity. Laban movement application. Coordination and timing. Presentation. Thank you for watching.